Hello everyone. In this video, we'll see how we can use tools offered by Kami in our Google Classrooms. I'm making this video after setting up and upgrading Kami account in my Google Chrome browser. As you can see, Kami extension is already there in my Google Chrome browser. If you have not done this, then we have made a video on how to set up and upgrade Kami account. You can check that out on Vishwajyot's YouTube page. So to use Kami with Google Classroom, you have to first open Google Classroom in any tab of your browser, and you can do that by typing classroom.google.com. You can switch your accounts by clicking on the initial of your name, which is below Kami extension. Kami tool will be available for all Google Classrooms you're part of. So you just have to open any assignment, then open any of your students' work and start checking. So before I check any file, I want to mention two very important points, and that is checking with Kami will work properly only if the file sent by children is in PDF format. Encourage your students to send files in PDF format only. Kami is not compatible for mobile phones, so if the homework sent by them is in any other format, then the tools you will be using to check will not be visible to them on their phones. The second point which I want to tell you is the procedure for making assignment remains the same. You can create assignments from your phone or from the classwork tab using the create button. You will find an option of Kami assignment, but you can ignore that and create assignments like the way you did earlier. So in this video, I'll be opening one of my students' work and I'll be checking that. One very important point to note here is there is a checkbox for grading with Kami on the right side in the middle of the screen. You always have to keep this checkbox enabled. If this checkbox is not enabled, then you will not be able to see the tools offered by Kami, like you can see here. If you want to check using Kami, using its tools, you always have to keep this checkbox enabled. Click on this checkbox and you will be able to see all the tools offered by Kami. Here at this point, if you see any any dialog box or any message asking you to authorize Google Drive or running an OCR, I would request you to allow Kami to do that. Click on those buttons, authorize Google Drive and run an OCR, and it will just allow Kami to read the files properly and it will save your files on Google Drive as well. Alright, so here are lots of different tools offered by Kami. Some tools are here on the left side and there are some options you can see on the right side as well. The first tool which I want to introduce to all of you is rotate clockwise and rotate anti-clockwise. In case the work sent by student is tilted or is rotated at a 90-degree angle, then you can use this option by clicking on the menu and then rotate clockwise or rotate anti-clockwise. to rotate that page. The second tool which I want to show all of you is the drawing tool. This drawing tool can be used to put a tick mark or a cross mark for the questions you want to check. And you can use multiple colors as well. There are multiple colors offered by Kami. Right now I'm using a mouse along with my laptop to put these tick marks. If you have a touchscreen laptop and a stylus, then you can use this drawing tool just like you use a pen on a notebook or just like you use your fingers on your phone. You can move this pen or you can move this stylus to put these tick marks, and you can use another color to put a cross mark. If you want to erase these marks, then you can use the eraser option, the eraser tool. Let's say you want to write a reason of why the answer is wrong. You also want to write the right answer. How can you do that? You can do that by using the text box tool offered by Kami. This text box allows you to give a feedback on your students' work wherever you want. Click on the click on this text box tool and then place the cursor and click wherever you want to put a feedback. Write the right or type the right answer of that. You can increase the size of your text by choosing this font size by selecting any font size. You can give a color as well. If you want to highlight any work, then you can use a markup tool, and in that markup tool, specifically box highlighter. I'll tell you why we are using a box highlighter later in this video. Let's say you want to highlight something and give a reason of why you are highlighting this. You can again use a text box. Increase the size of it by increasing the font size. Let's say you are also giving marks for questions. You can give marks for questions using either the drawing tool. It will be easier to write marks if you have a stylus. I do not have a stylus, so I'm doing it with my mouse. But if you have a stylus, then using the drawing tool and giving marks or writing feedback will be very, very simple. But if you do not have a stylus and a touch screen laptop, then you can use a text box to give marks. After checking this file, if you want to put your signature, then you can use the signature tool. You can upload if you have a signature. You can draw your signature as well. If you have a stylus, then it will be very easy to draw your signature. Click on upload to upload that. Click on insert if you want to insert it. Increase the size of it. Let's say you want to delete it, then click on that signature and you can remove it or invert it. Let's say you want to delete any feedback that you have given. You can delete that by clicking on a small red cross mark which is there on the left corner. I hope all of you are able to see it. If I click on this, then that feedback will be gone. After checking this file, it is very important to save the file, and you can do that by selecting the fourth option on the top, which is for save, and then the fourth option which says save now. And you can give a private comments as well. Private comment feature is given to us by Google Classroom only, and this was there when you were not using Kami. So you can always use this private comment feature. You can give a private comment to your student, and that can be an overall feedback based on the work that you based on the work that they have done. So I've given a feedback to my student and click on post. And then you can return the file like the way you did earlier. But before returning the file, there is one more important thing which I want to tell all of you. There are a few tools. There are only few tools which I have used in this video, and those are markup, box highlighter, text box, drawing tool, eraser, signature, and in the menu box, rotate clockwise and rotate anti-clockwise. There are lots of other tools also. There are lots of other tools offered by Kami, and I have only used these few because only these tools are compatible on the phone. Correction done using any other tool will not be visible on the child's phone. So I request everybody who uses Kami, and if they have students who use only phones, then restrict yourself to use only these tools. I'll repeat again, those tools are markup box highlighter, text box, drawing tool for putting a tick or a cross, eraser for removing tick or a cross or any drawing, signature, and in the menu box, rotate clockwise and anti-clockwise. Save the file and then you can return it.